interesting story, and this one gonna be about the Great Train Robbery of 1963. Uh, it is 1963, and in Britain, trains are the lifeblood of the country, moving people and goods, including like lots of money. Back then, banks would transport cash between cities, where in large amounts, often with minimal security. This was an opportunity to tempting for a group of criminals to ignore. The target, you can ask, a Royal Mail train traveling from Glasgow to London, carrying millions of pounds in cash. Bruce Reynolds, a clever thief with a taste for big risks, brought together a team of 15 people for the job. This wasn't like a random group of thugs. They had specialists, trained expert, someone good at disabling alarms, and even a former army man for logistics. So, what was the plan? The gang spent months preparing. They learned the train schedule, the layout of the tracks, and how to stop the train in the middle of nowhere. They also, practiced their escape route, making sure every detail was perfect. So the night of the heist, on August 8th, 1963, the gang put their plan into action. At secluded spot near Ledburn, if I'm not mistaken with my pronunciation, England, they tampered with the signal lights. When the train stopped, the robbers, wearing ski masks, stormed aboard. They quickly, subdued the train's crew without much violence, except for the train driver, who suffered with a minor injury. They detached the train cars carrying the money and forced the driver to move the rest of the train to a quiet bridge nearby. The loot. In other words, what was the profit? Inside the train were 120 bags of cash, totaling 2.6 million pounds, worth around 50 million pounds today. They gang loaded the money into waiting vehicles and disappeared into the night. The hideout. The robbers laid low at a farmhouse not far from the scene. Here they counted and divided the money. They played Monopoly with the real cash as a joke, but staying hidden proved harder than they thought. Yeah, I guess, when you got this amount of money, it's hard to not flex. The investigation. The police launched one of the largest manhunts in British history. Clues started peeling up, fingerprints on a ketchup bottle, reports of suspicious vehicles near the farm, and tips from locals. One by one, members of the gang were arrested. So the trials. By the end of the investigation, most of the robbers were caught, sentenced to long prison terms. Bruce Reynolds managed evade capture for years, living in hiding across Europe. Eventually, he was arrested in 1968. So, what's the legacy? The Great Train Robbery remains legendary, not just because of the amount stolen, but because of how meticulously it was planned. It's been the subject of countless books, movies, and even songs. Uh, so what can we learn from this story? While crime doesn't pay, most of the gang ended up in jail. Their teamwork and attention to detail are remarkable, though perhaps better applied to something legal. Uh, so that's it for today's episode. If you enjoyed this tale of daring and deception, don't forget to tune in next time. Like, subscribe, and until then, stay curious.